I kind of want to check this out, if I'm honest, because I myself am somewhat a bit of a LARPer. So let's see how to successfully LARP then. I've got no idea what this video's about. I don't know if this is this like a quiz video? What's going on here? Is this like a quiz video, or is this just a joke around video? I'm not even sure, but somebody said, bro, you need to check this out. So I suppose at the moment, like, Arknights is my favourite gacha game, right? It is. I'm new to Arknights in terms of I didn't play it from day one, but I also have been having a bit of a break recently because Limbus has kind of took over my streaming content because I've been having a blast streaming it. So I suppose I'm kind of LARPing, if I'm honest, at the moment. So I guess, shall we LARP together? It's semi-educational. Okay, all right then. Let's have a little look then. All right, we'll stop a preemptive like. This is from Cloudy. I think we might have... Hold up a second. Do I want to watch this one? Was it Cloudy before we watched the video? I ended up watching the entirety of it, but it was how can I describe? A little bit bothersome. Was it the one about the I think it was, right, about the fan fiction. If I'm thinking right, Cloudy, right, she did a video on, it was fan fiction, right, and some of the stuff was like, brother, it was, yeah, it was, I don't know if it was Cloudy, actually. Anyway, let's have a look.
Are you sick of the series you're currently LARPing? Are you bored and in need of a new series to LARP? Or perhaps do you just want to watch a video on how to LARP something so that you can LARPing it? Regardless of what the case is.
Okay. LARPception, we're LARPing it now, yeah? Professional LARPing. Okay.
I have the solution for you because today I am going to be teaching you how you, yes, you, can LARP Arknights successfully without ever having to play the game. You will be able to convince any Arknights player.
Oh, hold up.
That you are an avid fan just by watching this video. Here are my credentials.
Okay, then. Damn. Okay. All right. How to LARP as an Arknights player. You got to say Babel and Lone Trail, insane levels of peak. Doc is potentially the most misunderstood MC. This is not a tower defense game, right? Also, it's a music company, not a game developer. And I think you're well on your way to pretending that you actually play the game without playing the game, right? And just like meme of, just use Wishadell. Just use Wishadell. Use Wishadell. And then I think a lot of people will be like, oh, actually, I think this guy might actually play Arknights.
Credentials. I am level 100.
Also, I think you kind of have to, not all the time, sort of hate Enfield. Right? Sort of hate Enfield.
For I've been playing this game for almost 3 years now, and I can say with certainty that there is no one more qualified than me to teach others how to LARP.
Okay,
now,
I'm ready.
I'll walk you through this step by step, starting out with one of the most important things. You must insist that
fucking called it. To be fair, honestly, I really enjoyed Long Trail, right? I really did enjoy Long Trail. I do think some people elevate it to a level where I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I did really enjoy Long Trail. And oh my god, it's OST. It's just fucking, the OST is peak, right? The OST is peak. I'm LARPing now, but the OST is peak. It really is. I do think Babel is obviously a step up. I do believe that.
Trail is one of the most peak.
The start of it was too slow. I do think so, yeah. I think there is some pacing issues. We've talked about pacing issues in Arknights in general, but I definitely do think Long Trail suffers from it, yeah.
Absolute masterpiece that it made you cry, but of course you can never read it. You can never even look up a synopsis because that would just be too much work. And if anyone ever asks you the details on the plot, you must simply remember these 3 things. Remember that Muelsice is cute and you like her relationship with the doctor. Second, you must say that you ship Silence and Saria. Thirdly, you must say that Kristen Wright is one of the best written characters of all time.
This is actually insane how accurate this is, you know. This is actually insane how accurate this is. Like, specifically on Chris. I do like Chris. And in the end, you know, her little line of, you know, saying goodnight universe, like, that was nice, right? It really was nice. And honestly, I did really enjoy Lone Trail, but that's funny how accurate that is.
You must glaze her endlessly. You must glaze this event endlessly. But under no circumstances can you actually ever read it. The next thing you must do is... Too much. Say you want Tallulah playable. Oh my god, I'm a LARPer. I think everybody's a LARPer here, right? Good night, Terra, good night, universe. Such a bar, right? I think this makes everybody a LARPer. It's like, oh man, Tallulah's fucking great though, man. Right? You must say you want Tallulah playable. I know you don't know who Tallulah is or what she does, but that's okay. You don't need to know.
True.
All you need to know is that
you look
she's
like you know
not a
now.
playable character
You look like
in the
you know.
game, and that she should be one, and that, hey, she's gonna be playable for the
You don't
next
care for
anniversary.
Tallulah. Get out. Oh, I love Tallulah. I really do. Like, I think it was a great character, right? Or is a great character. But design-wise for me as well, I think as well, like, it's just how many times she plays a role in actual stages as well, right? And of course, part of one of the great reveals in the game as well.
Right, hypergriff? You don't know what the next anniversary is. You don't know what a hypergriff is. Is it some
She
kind
insists
of bird?
upon herself.
You got no idea.
Still, you just give me Family Guy flashbacks now. With fucking, I think is it when them in them drowning, right? And Peter's like, "What film is he? Is it The Shawshank Redemption?" And he's like, "Yeah, didn't care for it." And Chris is like, "Why? It's one of the best movies ever." And he's like, "It insists upon itself." Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, but you're gonna say this anyways, and you're gonna say it with conviction. The next thing, and this is very important, you must say old CC was
it
back.
Godfather? It might have been easy, actually. It might have been, yeah. I can't remember. That episode was on the TV the other night, actually. It's when their house is getting burgled, right? And he's got a safe room in the attic, and he ends up setting off the water sprinklers with a flare, and them drowning. Yeah, it might have been the Godfather, actually. It might have been.
You're gonna hate the new CC. You're gonna constantly complain about it, but you're always gonna be very vague about it. You can't ever actually mention the reasons why you think it sucks, because while there are valid reasons, you sure as hell are never gonna remember them.
This is a LARP, I should say, because obviously I do play Arknights, but I can pretend I'm an OG that way, right? I can, if I say old CC was better, I can pretend I'm an old OG as well then.
Dad, you just have to say old CC better, CCBP trash.
Yeah.
Blah. Another thing you must do to
Makes sense.
Arknights, and this is very crucial, is that you must remember that the Doctor is the best written
What did I
gotcha
say?
MC of all time. No other.
Bro does have aura. Bro genuinely does have aura. And, like, the thing with the Doc, right, is, obviously I know we're having a joke here. I get the joke, right? And this is so accurate. But at the same time, like, the Doc is one of those characters, right? Early on, not spectacular, right? Let's be honest, right? In terms of, like, you know, the other characters are doing a lot of heavy lifting. You're a bit of a self-insert to begin with, right? You definitely are. It's the payoff is good though, right? Especially for Babel, the payoff is brilliant. Like that whole. Obviously, I'm not going to go into it too much, just in case people watch this who are playing the game, because I've had people coming in recently from the Limbo stream saying I've just started Arknights. The payoff, it's good, man. It really is good, and having all that time to build it up, what a moment! What a moment! Do you know what I mean? And the progression of the character is fucking brilliant, actually. But yeah, I expected this to be in there. This is definitely a thing that everybody says, right? It does have some aura, though, you know. Does have some aura. Don't let back or Kenny. Oh no, yeah. Bro, they'll be cooking me. Yep, I'm one of those who just started AK. Exactly. That's why I don't want to spoil it, because it's a great moment, Honor. It's a great moment.
Doctor has the most aura and the most fit.
The fit is fire.
Aura. They breathe it. They sweat it. They emanate it. Unironically,
all of this is kind of true, though, right? Bro does emit aura, and the drip is fire, really. Got to be one of the best dressed MCs, right? I think we can agree there. Got to be one of the best in terms of the drip.
Are inferior. Yes, Doctor does do the amnesia trope, but they are the only one who do it.
Oh, let's.
Well, they're the only one who actually has any thought or character.
The do that was well. Unironically, the do the amnesia trope well, right? Like when you figure out what's going on, it's like, oh shit, okay.
Even the most down bad of in-game operators will pale in comparison to how much
it's not aura that just stank.
Will glaze the ever-living fuck out of the Doctor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
However,
people will believe you
will
play the game if you do
the
this.
End to your glaze.
True.
There is no limit to the glaze, and there's also no limit to your superiority complex. As an Arknights player, you are better than all other.
It's true. It's so true. Oh, shit. Damn, bro. It's insane how accurate this video is, you know? Actually insane how accurate this video is.
Gotcha players, and you must remember this.
Don't play that slop. I'll play a real game, bro. This takes skill. I don't timers. Fuck out of here. So accurate.
One of the most important ways in which your game is better than all the other games is the character designs. You must always glaze Arknights designs, and you must specifically compare them to Genshin Impact designs, referencing that one tweet, and you must always make a point to say, hey, look
like, the AK fandom do have a bit of beef with the Huyo community, right? I've noticed. Obviously, I'm late to the party. I think now, less so, maybe. I think everybody just has beef with the Wibber community nowadays, right? Again, insanely accurate.
More clothed and better dressed these characters are. For example, as you will see here, this is an Arknights nun versus again.
No limits on that collage. Well, real recognizes real, right? Real recognizes real. That's why.
Impact nun.
They're both better. Joking. Kind of true though.
Has more booty showing. The Genshin Impact nun inferior. This is an Arknights astrologer. This is insane how true this video is. The Genshin Impact astrologer. Which one looks like she's going to study the stars and which one looks like she's going to study a beach day in LA? I bet you can guess. This is a nice...
Right, the amount of times, man, that you hear that when it comes to character designs of Arknights. We don't need the goon. We just have great design characters, right? No holes here.
This is also a knight. Which one looks like they'll be keeping all of their limbs after a battle? This one, exactly. Feel free to screenshot this for future reference. Also, side note, the 3 characters I happen to choose happen to all be characters who got their outfits censored for being too revealing. I just think that's funny. However, as I said, there is no limit to the glaze, and I meant it because there is another thing you must glaze, and that is the music. You must always insist that Hypergriff is a music company disguised as a game company, and as long as your heart...
Anybody who's played Arknights knows at least some of the ones that are going to be brought up in this video, right? That Hypergriff are a music company. Lone Trail, Babel, gotta glaze it. Doc, gotta glaze him as the best MC. Yeah, I love this.
Still beats, you shall be singing the praises
it's kind of true, though.
Of the Arknights sound.
Actually, it's not kind of true. It's fucking true, though, right? It is true.
You must especially glaze Somnium.
This is a great LARPing video. If you want to pretend to your friends that you actually play Arknights, this is a good video. This is a good video.
Controls Wishes, Martyr, Misty Memory, and Renegade and Immutable. And you must, of course, never listen to any of these songs. No, don't do that. However, as long as you remember their names, you will be able to successfully convince others that you are, in fact, a cultured music listener. Now, obviously, as a LARPer, you can't actually play the game, but you have to act like you do. And part of playing the game is the gameplay. So, you must have opinions on the gameplay. Okay. Where are you going to get these opinions if you don't play the game? Well, the place where most Arknights players get their opinions, actually. YouTube videos. You are not allowed to actually establish your own thoughts on operators. You must instead see what other people say about them and just simply repeat that information like a little baby.
I won't take the Inez slander. I won't take the Inez slander, though. Although Pramanix is ridiculous.
bird that only knows how to regurgitate the food that it's given. And most importantly, you should always remember the names of the characters you hear are meta or trash so that you can repeat them.
True.
For example, you must always say Exia altar is broken. You must always say that Vigil sucks. You
gotta be something in about Surtur or Wishadel as well, right? That has to be.
don't know who these people are. What the hell is an Exia?
Get a bit more modern with it, Tragonia.
What's a vigil? Isn't that when you stay up all night? You have no idea. But you're still gonna say these lines because I know you and I know you want to LARP better than anyone else. That's why you clicked on this video. So you're gonna remember these things and you're gonna repeat these things. And now for the most important lesson of all. You must always remember, EN cannot read all of these story.
Shit. This is true, though, at the same time, though. It actually, unironically, across all of Gacha, right? This is not specific to Arknights, but this is, like, probably the biggest, like, running joke within the AK community, right?
Events on your screen, you may never read them. You must also say that all of these events are peak, but you may never, under any circumstances, attempt to experience them for yourself. To do so would have a very possible risk to cause an explosion in your tiny little brain due to the overload of media literacy and reading comprehension skills that actually reading these events would require. I mean, imagine having to actually read hundreds of thousands of words that aren't voice acted.
It is insane, though, how big some of these stories are, right? Like, no joke. Like, if you are not into reading, like, I ain't saying you can't have a good time with AK's gameplay, right? But there's a lot. Like, if you can't deal with a simplistic PNG-based visual novel, you're just not going to have a good time with Arknights. You're really not. Or at least you're going to miss so much of the game, you know, because it's crazy. It's crazy. And as somebody who's a fan and doesn't mind that, sometimes it's a little too crazy, but it is good.
Do that because you are an EN player, you are a LARPer, and you will not read. Even if you may be tempted, even if you hear people saying they've read the events, if they're speaking English, they haven't. Don't worry, you're not missing out on much. However, just because you can't read doesn't mean you can't talk about the story. And you are going to, you guessed it, continue the glaze, because you are going to non-stop be talking about how dark.
I don't mind reading, but the combination of tower defense and no voice acting makes you less inclined. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. Like, I was exactly like, and I'm not trying to convert you here, right? Because just because I have become a big fan of it doesn't mean you're going to. Totally understandable. I was exactly the same when because I came to Arknights through Enfield. I played it was either the second alpha test of Enfield. I played that, and I really just I fell in love with Enfield, right? And then I was like, dude, this is a kind of a cool world. And then people were in my chat going, dude, you need to play Arknights. So we started watching some videos, kind of how it was with Limbers, and then I was like, I think I do need to play this game, because I don't like tower defense games. But I don't know if this is going to be mentioned in this. It is kind of unironical that it's more than a tower defense game, but at the same time, I totally understand it. Yeah, it's valid.
You can't read doesn't mean you can't talk about the story. And you are going to, you guessed it, continue the glaze, because you are going to non-stop be talking about how dark Arknights' story is and
This is a quote from Ken. I mean, this is a quote from Ken. This is straight up a quote from Ken in Discord when he's arguing about how shit Enfield is.
how that makes it so much better than all the other gacha game stories, especially those silly Hoyoverse games. What? You defeated the big bad with a power of friendship? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. What is this, My Little Pony? Like, what? Are you gonna collab with them next or something? That would be so embarrassing for you. You must mention the story is incredibly dark. It has themes and such
it's mature.
Murder. And
it's mature.
Death,
it's gritty. It's dark.
And orphans. You must
They're not
constantly
afraid,
talk
as you said, not afraid to kill off characters.
Arknights, it
All
pulls
true,
at your
though. All
heartstrings
true.
and makes you want to bawl your eyes out. However, did you think we were done with the glaze? No, because one thing you should learn about LARPing Arknights is that we love our community and we love our content creators, and you too will love.
Glaze Kiostin. Facts. This is true. I think everybody does love Kiostin, right, in the AK community.
Of them, because you will constantly be glazing Kyostin V and Echo Jid. I'm not gonna tell you who these people are or what they do.
Yeah, I as somebody who like has a rule, no guides, no supports, no E2, I've never been able to watch any of the guides, but obviously we've conversated with Kyo, good dude. We both got took down at the same time. I blame him. When we were doing the reaction that one time, but yeah.
Or why they're so loved.
Kyo goats.
But just trust me, they saved your life. Now, you should never search these two up or actually watch any of their videos because, I mean, you're not gonna play the game. Why would you need to do that? But you're going to love them anyways. You're going to worship the ground that they walk on. However, I lied. I was LARPing just then because there is a limit to the glaze, and the glaze ends with Reclamation algorithm, which is something that you must endlessly shit on without ever even really knowing what it is. I'm not.
I've never played RA. I still need to get round to checking it. I've never played it. Never played it. Am I the real LARPer? I'm the real. Yeah, it's shit. Yeah, it's shit. I played it. It's trash. I'll get this. I know how this works.
You don't need to know that information. You're a LARPer. All you need to know is that it sucks. Moving on to
See, that's the thing though with AK, where we have to. I got to do a bit of glaze here, right? Obviously, because I do my content on stream, I don't do too much off stream with AK. I like to try and do it all on stream, right? So my progression off stream tends to be slow. Same with Limbus, really. The games I like to do on stream. So my progression's incredibly slow when I'm or stagnant when I'm not streaming. But like, I think it's a testament to the amount of content and the quality of the content within Arknights that there's still stuff within the game like this that I haven't played. You know what I mean? I think that's a good thing, right? Most of the time, if you've played a gacha game for at least a couple of months, you've probably done every mode, right? There's probably not like a chunky mode that's just sitting there that you're like, oh, I haven't even engaged with that. So, you know, even if it is trash, if you guys are right, because a lot of people do say it's trash, still, I think that's a good point.
Positive topic. There is another important thing that you must do as a LARPer. There is one question that
Isn't there a lot of people saying that they'd love to see RA in Enfield?
And this is something that a LARPer is going to potentially struggle to deal with, hence why I made this guide. And that is the question, who is your favorite character? Now, this is not a question that you can answer flippantly. In fact, I've made a detailed, comprehensive list because choosing...
So, this is, damn, is this the LARPer choices? Because I am disgusted that my girl Lappy is in the do not pick list. That's vile.
A favorite is a process that must be done.
I was about to crash out if Inez was in there as well.
With care. As you can see here on the left side of the screen, these are characters that are too popular. These characters are simply too mainstream, and if you pick them as a favorite without any other proof that you play the game, you will be immediately outed as a LARPer.
Oh, damn. So I'm outed as a LARPer. How can you not like Lappy though, man? Like, come on. I think you might get, you know, like a bit of a reverse psychology and of like, you don't like Lappy? Damn. I think you're trying to sound too cool now. Because, man, I love Lappy. I love Lappy.
So it is not wise to pick these characters. You should also not pick any character that has lore that is a bit too complex, such as Silverash, Ablana, Mostima, Virtuosa. You should also avoid characters that are too niche. Do not be picking random 4 stars or 5 stars like Bubble or Deep Color or Tsukinogi that no one really cares about. People are going to be like, what? That character is so random and niche. What exactly is it that you like about them? And you're not going to be able to answer. There's a sweet spot between characters that are
I like the psychology that's gone into this video.
too mainstream, not complex, and also not niche. And these are some of the examples of safe characters. So like, I need to add a few more because I don't think I actually finished it. These are some characters that are safe. The absolute best pick is Angelina. The main reason for this is because she doesn't have that much lore in game. There really isn't much of a reason to like her other than just her being cute. However, she is quite popular. So if you don't want to risk being seen as too mainstream, you could pick some characters that are just a little bit more niche, like Golden Glow, Pepe, Horn, Eyjafjalla, Ray, Mudrock, Lemuin, or Mwelsize. Another thing
Lemon's sick though. Yeah, bit of horn action.
when it comes to LARPing Arknights is you must talk about the accents.
Brother. This is scary how accurate this video is. Not only for the community in general, but the amount of times I have glazed the game specifically over not only the accents, but the ability to mix it up and have everybody having different languages and accents.
In the English dub, and how many different languages are in the game? Obviously,
So is that the real reason to play Arknights then? Obviously, this is the reason not to play Arknights, but is that the real journey for Arknights, guys? It's the LARPers we all met along the way and then figured out and found out that we were also just LARPing. We're all fucking LARPers, right?
you can never listen to the dialogue of any of these characters. You can never know what languages are actually in the game. You instead must simply make broad, all-encompassing statements like, voice actors, or, wow, diversity, or, linguistics. Sort of like with how a horoscope or fortune cookie predicts your future. Broad statements that could apply to anyone. And that concludes my tutorial on how to LARP Arknights. After this, you should be able to adequately and successfully...
Honestly, like, banter video, right? But all jokes aside, if you know, I don't know, you're trying to impress your crush, I think if you just bounce out a few of these, don't get too deep into it. Don't get too deep into it, because obviously that's a LARPer's demise, because you're going to get found out. But, hey, some solid actual choices here into actually sound like you at least have played some of the game, right? Like, not even joking, like, unironically, some of these are actually good options, and somebody who plays Arknights will be like, oh, damn, okay, all right, cool.
Convince anyone and everyone that you are, in fact, a dedicated day one Arknights player. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I wish you luck on your LARPing crusades. And remember, wherever you go, there is no limit to the LARP. Thank you for watching. Happy LARPing, everyone.
This is a good video, this was. Have I not subscribed? Alright, I'm subbing. That was a great video. That was a really, really good video, actually. The AK community is we many, do not because we're a hive mind, but because we all share a brain cell. Bro, what kind of crush would need you to use these? I don't know, man. Maybe a Wishadel main? Yeah? You know? Your Discord kitted from the AK channel, right? Did they mention the rice fields and beans? I feel like it's essential for LARPing too. Of course, a LARPer would use EN. Yeah. Great video. I think this was quality, man. This is quality. I enjoyed this. Was that World Flicks in the chat? Cloudy teaching others what she has been doing. True. Yeah, honestly, unironically, a good guide to LARPing. Actually, genuinely.